Well, Miss Shiloh is contemplating whether she's allowed to cross the threshold of the open gate for the first time. We'll see how she does. I'm gonna have to hold this rope with 2 hands in case she bolts, but stay tuned. Well, she's got her first 2 feet out. She's like, I know I'm not supposed to go past here. So we'll keep working on it. Another step or 2. She's really trying to figure out whether this is something she's supposed to do. We'll get some more. Well, we're almost there. She's got her back feet to the threshold. I wish I had somebody to film this, but we're gonna do what we can. Stay tuned. And we're out. And she's very unsure whether she's supposed to be doing this or not. So she's going, hey, this is crazy. Good girl. Good girl. Let me just see if I can do this without her freaking out and running away. I'd like to get her to take another step or 2. See, she retreats to the safety of her pen there. And I'm saying, why don't you come out a little bit further? Good girl. Okay. That was huge. Good girl. Alright, so I'm going to have to put both hands on this rope and see if I can't get in her leading. And you'll see it here in a few minutes. Well, we've gotten a little ways away from the pen. She hasn't panicked yet. I do expect her to try to really run past me and pull, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to put a little pressure here and see if she'll walk with me. Good girl. Look at that. Wonderful job. Good girl. And I'm gonna let her stop and look. I've got all these other horses out in the arena getting some exercise before the big storm comes in. And this is a big deal for her. So let me see if I can get her to walk with me a little bit more. Put a little pressure. And this is where she might get a little silly. There. And she got off of it. Look at her walking over that hose. And good girl. She overcame that real nice. And we have a wild Mustang leading. Now on a light loose lead rope. I'm going to let her just stand right there for a second. Look how pretty she is. She's doing great. This is her first time ever out of that pen. And first time leading more than, a time or 2 around the run. And she's not panicking. I just brushed her. I can pick up all 4 feet now. So she's coming along pretty good. Not to say she's not going to have her moments, but big changes here. I'm gonna ask her to walk down this way a little bit more with me. Now she's just readily following me. Good girl. Now I'm going to turn. I'm going to go this other way. Now we're going back towards her pen. And another thing is there's a lot of smoke in the air because people are burning the ditches. And that's enough to get a Mustang excited. And she is just doing wonderful. I couldn't be happier with this girl. Me leading with one hand with a phone in my hand. So I'm going to be a brave soul and see if I can't walk her next door out in a little bit more open area. we'll just see what happens. Stay tuned. So we're on our walk with Shiloh. I'm going to take her around these old buildings. And this is a big deal for her. I have to stop and reassure her every, 15, 20 feet. So I'm just going to come in here and I say, good girl. Good girl. She's doing real well. And then I'm going to walk off a little bit. And I'll move my feet, put a little pressure on her. And then she kind of unsticks her feet there. And she got a little sticky right there again. And she got off of it. Now she's thinking. This is a big deal for her. These are some scary old buildings right here. She's never been around stuff like this. She's never been out of her pen since she's been here. Just keep working it. Let her come with me. Good girl. And I may go on like this for half an hour. And we don't care. Because she's doing so well. Come on, Mama. Good girl. She's doing so well. Let's get her feet unstuck and then I'll come back to you. There we go. Good girl. All right. So we'll work on this a bit and do some more as we get going. Well, she just broke free there and we got about 7,500 feet. She's really starting to kind of get that following me is the way to go. She's checking out all the traffic over here on the road. That's what you hear all the time on my videos, is we're on a very busy street here. This is all an 1862 homestead here. This is the neighboring property that used to be part of where we live currently. And she's checking it out. Probably some ghosts around here. I'm gonna ask her to come with me. Good girl. Look at her. She says, I can handle this. No big deal. She says, no big deal at all. Look at this. This is her first leading, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm gonna take her down to a big open area with some grass and see how she does. Now you see right now, we got a loose lead. She's just following wherever I go. I couldn't be prouder of this little girl. So stay tuned. So we are now out, having traversed this whole area. We're coming out here to this green field, and right away she says, I would like me some green grass. And I'm gonna let her eat a little bit out here, but I don't want her getting in the habit of eating while we're leading. So I'm gonna stop her at first. Just say, we're better served learning to lead right now. Sorry it's so bouncy, I'm walking backwards. Look how happy this horse is. She's been in holding now for the last year and a half or so, and she's just doing so wonderful. I couldn't be happier. Nope, come on, Mama. Yes, ma'am. Look at you. All right. We'll catch you on the return trip. So we've gotten out here to the back pasture, and what you're seeing right now is Shiloh checking out my other group of Mustangs. We got the Mighty Taz and Solaris. Got Rocket. Two of them are my 2010 and 2011 Extreme Mustang Makeover geldings that I bought or adopted back. Solaris out there is a Kiger, and she is just saying, hey boys. So we're gonna head on back. We've done really well for our first lead ride or lead out anywhere. Can't be happier. Don't want anything to go wrong at this point. She's checking out this little, there's a little wind vane right there that she's going, that's weird. Good girl. All right, let's walk back, Mama. All right. She said, I got really excited. I wanted to go, but you see how easy she got off that halter? That makes me happy. Okay, so I'm gonna get back And she's going, oh, this is crazy, I like this. Good girl. She's leading right now so softly, it's like a horse I've led for a year. Good girl. Beautiful job. Stay tuned. So we've got her all the way back up. There's not so much as a pull. I couldn't be happier with this girl. She's had a big adventure. Now we start the real work. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shiloh, our big Salt Wells Mustang mare, her first walk.